My name's Margaret and I'm from Brisbane, Australia. And this is my husband Paul.
I'm Paul Leslie and I'm from Brisbane, Australia.
We were recommended to come to Egypt by a friend who lives in Abu Dhabi, and I happened to have a friend back in Brisbane, a golfing friend who had been to Egypt and had used Real Egypt tours from Cairo, and I think they went other places as well, and we were really glad that we used Samir for our trip.
Yep. We saw security everywhere. We felt pretty safe, but at no time did we ever see any violence or anything like that. So we were actually pretty pleased with the outcome, and felt pretty safe and comfortable most of the time.
Yes, my favourite, I suppose, were the pyramids, because that's we'd learnt so much about them, and King Tut's treasures. That was a good thing to see for me in the museums.
Yeah, I think the way that Real Egypt did it, going to the outer pyramids first, was a real experience, because it's quiet, the crowds aren't there, and you've got time to look and study things. When we went back to Giza, probably weren't so impressed, and especially where we stayed at Mina House. The pyramids looked so nice, but when we got up close they looked in a bit of disrepair. Travelling around by car was really
an eye-opener.
Yeah, we've never seen traffic like this, and if you want to hire a car, well, good luck to you.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't recommend it.
Must admit, one of the things that really helped us was being met at the airport, and helped through customs and everything else. That just made things so much easier for us, and then just to get in the car and go straight to the hotel was a wonderful start to the holiday.
Even all the communications Real Egypt did through emails was very good. Never had a problem, always got back to me, within 36 hours, being the time difference. So you always knew where you stood,
We only had limited time. We only had 3 days, because we've been away for 8 weeks, and so we wanted to see as much as we could, and I think the program that was mapped out by Samir was really good. We let him pick everything. We just told him what we'd like to do, and he mapped it out for us.
Took a couple of options, and and he suggested things which we're glad he did. We weren't going to do anything on the last day, but he talked us into going to the old city, etc. So
the old city was the highlight for me. I mean, it's just, apart from the modern vehicles in there, I was just blown away by how the old place works and how it looks, and just the function of all the people in there. They were just so friendly and so nice. It was really good. Okay, well, the end for me today, firstly I'd say the weather's been very nice for us. It's been warm, not too hot. We've come from Abu Dhabi where it's 46, so anything less than that's nice. We finished up with a cruise on the Nile. I think I would have, on another trip, I would extend that and go further, because I think there's more to see out in the country than just around the town, but that was very nice. And I've been very, very happy and very pleased with the country, the people.
And security was, we felt, even though we were a little bit, we had heard things as well before we left, and we were a bit uncertain, but since being here, not a problem. We felt very safe.
Yeah, that's what I'd have to say.
And Real Egypt, I think by going by private, with a private guide too, helps to feel safe.
Okay. Go. All right. Well, our accommodation was Mina House. I researched it and looked for it, and Margaret booked it. It exceeded our expectations in so much as we asked for and paid for a room with a pyramid view, but we had no idea of the size and it's just amazing experience to sit on your balcony and be just a few hundred metres from the Great Pyramid. It was really great. I mean, the hotel, it is getting old, but it's in very good condition. The service is great. The grounds are exceptionally good, and I would recommend anybody to come here and at least treat yourself for 1 or 2 nights into a pyramid facing room. They're a little bit dearer, but I can tell you they're worth every penny. Yeah.
I'd like to do Luxor and maybe a river cruise. I've heard that they're very, you know, just a relaxing cruise, but I think there is a lot more to see. Go out into the desert.
That's something Margaret's always wanted to do, is go and do a desert safari.
Yes, I think that would
Of all the times I've been to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, I've never done it, and you could probably easily incorporate it in a trip here.
Yeah, and I know Real Egypt do it, so that will be, we'll definitely use them for our next adventure.
I think the idea for us would be maybe to do a Nile cruise and then maybe a car trip back or something like that.
Yeah.